The Flying Frags are an Imperial Guard regiment based upon the world Hammer of Volk. The Hammer of Volk is a world which humanity would have never colonised if not for the Volkite crystals required for weapons from the 31st millennium and before. The planet is virtually encrusted with them. The planet also has living monsters made of pure rock, referred to as Volkite elementals. These creatures are openly hostile towards humanity, and spring up to assault unwary individuals. In addition to this, no plant life can grow on this world, and humans outside of terraformed areas, fortress facilities with specialised shielding and habitation blocks, must wear radiation suits or face the potential death from acute radiation poisoning that happened in small cluster spots due to the sun's blue star nature and lack of ozone protective layers in several uninhabitable areas. These areas are also of particular interest for acquiring new mining outposts upon the planet. An Orc invasion during the 34th millennium forced the world to be turned into a full-blown fortress, and to this day Orcs show up for wars almost routinely every few decades. As the Orc populations grow out of control, the world raises a single regiment of guardsmen per year for its imperial tithe. This is due to the need for troops locally on the world and for new miners to continue to acquire the precious hard weaponized crystals. So plentiful are the crystals that those not of the weapons grade are refined into knives made of red crystalline metal issued to the soldiers of the Hammer of Volk. These knives are sharp enough even to cut through the armour of a space marine, and are valued as one of the prized possessions of the individual guardsmen on the planet. To be without your red crystal in your unit is to be disgraced, as a new one is not issued to those who lose theirs. Due to the high levels of radiation present upon the training grounds, limbs are often replaced with cybernetics, and copious amounts of anti-radiation med-combat drugs are given to the units trained here. A training mortality rate of 1 in 5 occurs as well, leaving guardsmen trained and established by the Hammer of Volk as hardened and elite, as well as being used to the sight of death and loss of their comrades by the time their unusually long training period is finished. Each man trained must kill and scalp 2 orcs before they are granted the rank of guardsman and allowed to join the mainline combat units. Until then, they are all considered conscript in rank, and by their trainers are told, "You are all expendable till you prove your worth." The Flying Frags adopt the name of their current commander. In this case, Fiaura Fairgate currently leads them, and they have been in service to the Hellfire Sector Crusade for nearly 4 millennium. The Triple F, as it's called, is often referred to as the unit that undertakes the most suicidal of tasks. Her rank of Major Commissar is unique to the Imperial Guard, but not uncommon amongst the Hammer of Volk forces. Units oftentimes have 2 commanders, both of military and commissarial rank, until such a time as they are evaluated to not leading 2. One who is reviewed as noteworthy is assigned in command of the unit, while the other is transferred to another unit for further training and evaluation. It's not uncommon for older commanders in this sense to adopt the stance of transfer commander, and therefore never actually achieve individual command of their own unit, but constantly train new commander commissars and even outright remove commanders who are not fit for such positions of trust and power, but rather than take command of the unit, move to a new unit. Fiaura Fairgate keeps herself in a position of care for her unit, and does not use the Commissar's wrath or the Emperor's mercy lightly. In addition to this, the fearsome woman permanently must wear a power fist upon her right hand, as for reasons speculated by her unit. At present, the power fist is crushed at the elbow and still functional, but her hand cannot be safely removed without surgical implants and heavy damage to her arm inside. The unit is built around auto guns and solid projectile weaponry as opposed to las guns. Furthermore, there are jump infantry and close combat assault specialists. While renowned for marksmanship, the unit still insists upon getting in close and bearing down upon melee combat rangers with their autoguns, shotguns, and hellguns. The unit has also been shown to adopt new Imperial weaponry and doctrines, sticking to what works rather than what is current. This means they still utilise Volkite heavy weapons in place of heavy bolters, and use the old hellguns rather than the new hotshot las for marksmen. and everyone would swear by the liquid-fueled flamers and slug throwers, all but refuse to use energy-based flamers or lasguns outright unless there is no other option. Currently, the F Company, referred to as the 4th F, is used for commando assaults, and has achieved a reputation for being up to the task when Space Marines simply aren't available. The 4th F is the example of what Fairgate expects from her units. Other commanders of the Hellfire Crusade have referred to Fairgate's unit as the Pocket Astartes because of this performance. This is due to the following: forcing an Orc to surrender, destruction of an Orc cruiser with only 9 men, converting a greenskin to the light of the Imperium of Man and finding a way to prevent the spores so he may serve as one of their rocket infantry, banishing 3 demons with the loss of only 1 man in the fighting, prevention of the ascension of a Chaos Champion of Tzeentch by killing his followers and saving Loyalist forces before the ritual could be complete, assassination of a Chaos Lord on Epirus III, a Forge world contested for nearly 13 years by the forces of Chaos and the Imperium. This Imperial Guard unit overcomes insane odds, whether by luck or skill, and many other units within the Crusade are often in extreme rivalry to attempt to prove themselves as valued as the Triple F.